Yeah. Well, maybe if you kept your pecker in your pants, you wouldn't be in this problem, right?
Yep. We hot mic or what?
Yeah, we're not Mike.
I love a hot mic.
Problem is with old Shannon, old Unc, he got his pants out in the cookie jar, bro. Thinking after these 20-something OnlyFans model. Why?
You only live once, man.
Well, old girl, he had
That's a risk, carnal.
he called him out and said, "Hey, man, why you messing with these young girls? You should go get you a woman." No lie detected.
That's true.
What's up, Sam Salinas? Don't mind me. I'm eating my breakfast right now. Thank you to DJLG
Yo,
joining us here.
thanks to you, man. I actually had a job. Well, we'll get into it later, but I had a job canceled this morning, so it's perfect timing.
Well, that's cool. But at least you were able to make it here, man.
Yeah. Good morning.
I do like the way you have your setup. It looks nice. It looks,
Oh yeah, man.
very inviting.
Yeah. The lighting is what's key.
You're setting the mood. You like, this is your smooth DJLG, bringing you the tunes from west side of San Antonio.
There you go.
Smooth jazz. I do like the hat, man.
Thanks, man. Had it for a long time.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're not wearing any Eagles gear, dude.
Eh. I'm like I'm a casual fan.
At least you're not the obnoxious Eagle fan that Cowboy fan don't like.
Yeah, I'd say I'm just like a casual NFL fan.
Welcome to another episode of the Area 210 podcast with Mike Jimenez and Joe Garcia. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Join the discussion as we broadcast to you live from beautiful West San Antonio. And remember to tip your hosts as it helps the show grow.
There we go.
Here we go.
Welcome to another episode of the Area 210 podcast. Almost at the Alamo City Sportscast. We don't do that anymore. It's the Area 210 podcast.
Yeah,
coming
you've
to you live.
got a few changes there. It's a good change.
Good change. We're coming to you live from the beautiful west side of San Antonio. Puro Exit 7 in the house. And we're going to be joined
Good change.
by our special guest, the one and only DJLG. What's up?
Hello. What's going on, Joe? How you doing today?
Doing good, man. How's your day been? You said that you had somebody cancel on you, so that's why you're free.
I did. I was supposed to shoot some interviews all day today, and they had a sick kid cause the cancellation. So shout out to all the parents out there.
There you go, man. So shout out to everybody joining us right now. We got Sam Salinas, we have Albert Lopez, and we have Sam Salinas again saying all things San Anto. That's right, dude. We're gonna be talking about all things San Anto. But one of the things we're going to talk about right off the bat is we're going to talk a little bit about Fiesta, man. It was the start of Fiesta yesterday. They had the official ringing in of Fiesta. They always do it over there at the Hemisphere Plaza, the little park and everything. They have a big old shindig there, but I think they were doing something over here at Travis Park, so that was a little different. Either way, they're going to have fireworks and all that. So it's a official start of Fiesta. And they had the other controversial kickoff, I guess, party for over there in the King William area was the Krampus, the new event. Krampus one.
So they're going to just do any kind of Krampus event throughout the year that they can think of?
Well, it's the same people, I think, that put together the Krampus thing that they had.
But why are they doing it now during Fiesta? Because Krampus is a Christmas thing, isn't it?
It is, but they want to go ahead and, I guess, bring attention to the King William area again, because they got to make their money. But they're doing that over there at the King William area. So they had the Krampus event over there. And it's kind of controversial because you have the faction of people who don't appreciate that, and then the other people that do. I saw on KSAT 12, they were kind of panning around the parking lot there as they're getting ready to do their interview. And they had one guy walking over there, one of the religious fanatics, holding the sign up that says, Jesus loves you.
A man of faith.
Exactly. A man of faith out there still, holding up the sign. So I'm like, hey, man, to each his own. I respect it. But I think it's just funny how anything can be a Fiesta event nowadays. They even have that one that's kind of relatively new. It's called Flotilla. and they have that where everybody goes kayaking and they decorate the kayaks and they put
Really?
the kayaks
On the
in
river?
water.
San Antonio River?
Yeah, but it's over there in a different part of the river. It's not in the actual like downtown area. It's at a it's another
Mhm.
it's another
Like the natural part of the river.
exactly the
Yeah.
nice part of the
The
river.
the south side part of the river.
Yeah, exactly. So you could go and check that out. It's always free as well. Today is also the kickoff of Oyster Bake, and our good friend here, Michael Jimenez, co-host of the show with me here, has said that he's infamously known as being 1-0 in Fiesta fights. I don't know if I really believe that or not, but whatever. I know that I will not be partaking into the Oyster Bake this year. I missed out on my opportunity to buy the VIP tickets for Saturday. I
Mhm.
wanted to go and check that out, but I can't do the crowds anymore, man. I'm just too old to be out there baking in the sun like those oysters that they put out there on the grill.
That's the
Really?
thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd probably go to Oyster Bake, but I'm definitely not eating oysters there. That's for sure. Sorry, Oyster Bake.
Good. Oysters, I don't know where they came from. I don't know how old they are. LG.
Yeah, it's a long journey, It's a long journey from where they were caught. That's for sure.
Yeah. Oh God, look at that. Playing the part of Mike Jimenez calling out the stupid things in San Antonio will be me.
Krampus. I agree. Krampus right now, it's a Christmas thing. Leave it for Christmas.
It is what it is on that, man.
Santa's buddy, Krampus. They work together.
I didn't even know what that was because I have a friend of mine. She's one of my best friends. Her name's Celine. Shout out to you, Celine. I know her for many years, man. Good friends with her and her husband and everything. They used to be the leaders of my kids' Boy Scout group. That's how we all became friends. And she's from Sweden, right? And I didn't know what that was like years ago. And she's like, during the holiday season, she goes, "You better be good or Krampus is gonna get you." I'm like, "What the hell is
Mhm.
that?" And she's like, "Oh, you never heard of it?" And she was telling me what it was. And then years later, now it's starting to pick up steam. They made movies about it and all that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, there is that horror movie about it.
The one they were shooting the little demons and stuff with the nail gun and stuff. I'm like, it was a comedy, but it was funny anyway.
Just another example of the Europeans having more fun than we do.
Yeah. But anyway, any events that you're excited about for Fiesta that maybe you'll partake in or go to? Anything?
I'm all about food, so Taste of New Orleans is my favorite event of Fiesta. It's getting quite pricey now, but if you can get some kind of score on a wristband, then it's kind of worth it.
I guess, man. Look at our good friend Sam Salinas says, "Yeah, for sure, Sweden." No, my friend she is from Sweden. She just became a U.S. citizen like maybe 3 years ago. We were kind of helping her do the whole thing. You have to study for it and all that,
Oh
take
yeah.
take this quiz or test or whatever you got to do to become a naturalized citizen and all that. And she was finally able to vote. So I took her over there to vote near the school where we're just around the corner. from where
Nice.
I live. Yeah.
Speaking of which, yeah, early voting's going on right now for the mayoral race here in San Antonio.
Y'all might want to take advantage of that before you start hitting Fiesta, man. Go ahead and vote. The mayoral race is going to start heating up. I'm sure there's going to be a runoff of some sort there. But before you go, I mean, just do your research on the candidates there. Just don't go in there and just be like, well, I like this guy's name or this gal's name. Like, find out what they stand for, man, and make an informed decision, when it comes to voting.
Yeah,
But that is
don't
happening
go in
right
there
now.
blind. That's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. You want to go ahead and take advantage of the early voting that's going on right now. You can go ahead and check. I believe they have it out on the website right now for the city, so you can go and check where the early voting's taking place. Usually, it's always at the usual suspects,
Library, yeah.
libraries, schools, that kind of stuff. So I know they have it going on right here around the corner from where I live. So I'll probably do that. Hopefully, either today or I'm going to do that tomorrow morning. I'll wake up early and go before I start hitting up some
Yeah,
type of
do your civic duty, Joe.
yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna go before I start hitting up some type of Fiesta event. I don't know if I'm gonna go to the carnival because everybody likes going to the carnival. We go to the carnival. It's a kind of thing that I do with my kids here, even though they're older. They still
Yeah.
like going, and usually have me spending some money over there as well.
On some chicken on a stick.
Oh,
Jesse
no.
says Chick-fil-A is now selling chicken on a stick, apparently.
It's chicken on a stick. But you know what's good over there, man? They have this. It's kind of like a soft serve ice cream kind of thing, but it's pineapple. and it's a certain
Is it like
pineapple,
Dole?
the Dole Whip,
Yeah,
dude.
okay, I got you. Yeah.
So they usually serve that it's reserved for Disney, right? But this is something that I saw last year at the carnival. I got to tell you, man, that thing was good as hell, dude.
Yeah,
I enjoyed
yeah.
it.
They
Yeah.
serve those at what's that Hawaiian chain that's around town? Hawaiian Brothers. They have the Dole pineapple soft serve. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
Um,
Dude. I
By the
dug it.
way, chicken on the stick, that's got to be the most overrated Fiesta food, right?
Oh,
Like,
man.
I'd rather have it on a bun. Why do I need a stick?
And they give you the little
A little jalapeno on the end.
that little biscuit that they give you to at the bottom.
Oh, yeah, it's
Um,
worthless.
Yeah,
Come
they
on
charge
now.
you like $20-something for the chicken on a stick. I'm just like, it is what it is. It's a rite of passage, man. But I mean, you can get something, get like a turkey leg or make it count,
Funnel
you know?
cake.
Yeah.
Go for the original carny foods.
Yeah, the funnel cake isn't bad. They have some good stuff over there. They have like the fruit in the cup, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Over there.
some elotes.
Yeah, dude, some elotes is good. I don't mind that. You either can get it in the cup or you just walk around with the elote on a stick, kind of thing, old school style, street style.
I get the cup with the crushed up flaming hot Cheetos on the top. That's how you got to do it.
That's the
Puro.
hood rat. Those are hood rat snacks, dude.
Yes. Yeah, those places are everywhere now. The Hood Rat snack shops, they're
Oh,
everywhere in town now.
Look at that. You can't forget about the old reliable, the gordita. Hey,
I'm sure there's plenty of gorditas and tortas available. Just watch out, You don't want to
Sucias,
get caught in a
yes.
trap.
the Fiesta Sucia is going to make an appearance out there,
Yep,
have a lot of
she
fun.
rose from the water the other day. I saw the
Uh-huh.
video of it. Yeah.
Goes from the waters of the San Antonio River. It's her time to shine. So you're going to see a lot of Fiesta Sucias. And the telltale sign of Sucia, as you can tell by what they're wearing. But the other thing is, they always got the sandals with the dirty feet, bro. It can't be an event without seeing some type of Fiesta Sucias walking around somewhere.
Dale.
Yeah, exactly, dude. You're gonna take part in Nyosa or anything like that?
No, hell no. I don't do Nyosa. It's way too crowded, way too long of lines for the porta potties.
Everybody forgets about the porta potties. That's the worst thing that you could do out here at a Fiesta event, dude. You got to go so bad because you've been slamming some beers down with your buddies, and
Oh,
then you
yeah.
have to stand in line, dude, and it's taking forever.
You got
And then-
your 17 beer cups just stacked on top of
Yeah,
each other. So you can prove what you've drank.
You prove your manhood,
Exactly.
and then you
and
gotta
the
go
fact
there.
that you just spent $500 on beer. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, dude. You go in there, and the bad thing is like porta potties usually stink as hell, man. It's a
They're
mess.
bad, man.
And they never have any like hand sanitizer there,
Yeah.
anything to wash your hands with. You got to bring your own basically, because they have
Sometimes they have that like communal one, like right
The one,
outside the porta
it's
potties,
always
and it's just
dry.
like a mud pit underneath it.
exactly, and it's just bone dry. Like you push the handle, you think, oh, I'm gonna get some hand sanitizer or something. Nothing happens, dude.
Yeah.
And they don't even have no napkins or paper towels or nothing, dude.
Not to mention the blue kiss.
Oh God, dude.
You gotta
It's
hover.
bad.
You gotta hover.
You gotta hover. Hey man, that's why I was looking forward to going to the Oyster Bake with those VIP tickets. Because
You got a private bathroom or a
they have
better bathroom.
nice air conditioned bathrooms, you know.
Nice.
It's kind of like
Got a
what they have.
trailer, a bathroom trailer.
Exactly, it's a trailer, dude. So they used to have these because it was notorious at WOAI, the Ticket 760 back in the day, where
Yeah,
they had
the old building.
the old building.
Yeah.
God, bro, the bathrooms never worked. and
It
they were
always
always
broke.
overflowing.
It was always soaking wet. Yeah.
And the place had a certain odor, dude. It smelled old.
It did, but I still preferred that place over the new building. The new building has no soul. The other building
No.
felt like a home.
It had some character,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Character.
It had some character. It
You
felt
remember-
like an old school 80s radio station. It had the
Yes.
cigarette stains on the ceiling tiles to prove it.
And the big old CRT, the tube TVs hanging there.
Exactly, everywhere.
Yeah.
They still worked.
Nobody turned them on. That was a funny thing. So I remember one time I was over there with Chris Gould. We're doing the Ticket 760. We're doing the Spurs React. And before it came out, me and Chris were just, shooting the shit or whatever. And he's like, I'm like, hey, man, I got to go to the bathroom. He's like, oh, okay, cool, dude. He goes, but don't you know the bathrooms are all broken? We have these porta potties in the back, but it's hard to get to. I'm like, what do you mean it's hard to get to? He goes, it's cool, man. It's cool, man. It's kind of like an obstacle course. What are you talking about? And it was raining at the time, right? So parking lots flooded. So he takes me down, right, all the way down to the street level in the back, right, the entrance
Yeah,
at the back. And dude, they have like, kid you not, they had like these, they almost look like telephone poles just laid out.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember when they were doing all that crap. Yeah.
You had to walk across it. You had to traverse across it, right? So me and Chris are over here doing like American Ninja shit, like jumping, trying to get there because the water's fairly deep just to go to the bathroom, dude. I'm like, Jesus. But that's where they had those bathrooms in the back, like they're using at the VIP area.
Yeah.
It's like a little building with air.
It's like a little pull-up trailer. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
man.
use that at UTSA softball field. Like, take some of that 54 million and build a damn bathroom out there.
Dude, tell me about it, man. We got an incoming super chat from Jason Garcia. He says, "Good morning and Viva Fiesta from Portland." Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it. And
What
like
up, Jason?
Matt Gomez says, "Hey, yo, heads up. SAFC watch party at the Rock. Not official.
All right.
Are you all inviting? Because if you all are inviting, I might be free on Saturday."
So SAFC is on the road, huh?
Yeah, I'll get with you, Matt. I'll go ahead and see what's happening, man. I might want to go out there and have some fun. I haven't really been to the Rock too much. I've been there maybe once or twice. It's not a bad place to go.
It's not bad. I've eaten at that Italian restaurant that's right there in the middle of it.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was
It's overpriced.
Yeah.
Look at this. Sam Salinas says, bathrooms in the shady area. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, man, when you got to go, you got to go,
Just
dude.
don't tap your foot.
Oh, don't do that. But I'm looking forward to going to Market Square too. This is one of the things I like doing. I'm not like Mike. I like hanging out with the gente sometimes, and going down and hanging out in Market Square, listening to the music that they got going on. I'm like, you can't be Latino and not go to Market Square during Fiesta and not hear Tejano music at Tejano Explosion. And it's in your DNA, dude. Like
Is that what it's called? Tejano Explosion.
Yeah, that's what it's called, man. Your foot will tap by itself. You got
And
a
there
beer.
goes the dynamite.
You got a beer in your hand. You're listening to Tejano music. You probably got a gordita or something to eat. You're having a good time, man. No, hopefully nobody will get shot this time. Well,
Well, they're gonna have metal detectors. The whole place is gonna be fenced in, and you can't bring a bag that's not clear and small. It has to be a small, clear bag. No ice chest as well.
Nah. I look at Matt Gomez. I won't be here. I'll be out in Space City Mike area with Houston. Okay. So I'll be hanging out with Space City Mike. But
right.
The good thing is that you can go in and check out Fiesta. I know that this week they have the Oyster Bay going on Friday and Saturday. You can just go and check out other things that they have going on as far as the calendar events on Sunday. Monday is going to be the kickoff of the Texas Cavaliers River Parade. It's a big thing here in San Antonio. So you can go ahead and check that out. And then, of course, they're going to have the start off of Nyosa. Everybody likes going to Nyosa if you want to be in crowds and pay for overpriced beer and food. But I got to tell you, the German area is where it's at for me, man. I like that food over there in that German area.
And that's at Nyosa? There's a German area at Nyosa?
There's a German area. That's the thing. It's a culmination of all the culture here in San Antonio. So they'll have like an Asian inspired area. They'll have like a Mexican.
See, I don't remember that. I haven't been in Nyosa since I was in high school. I don't remember. I guess I wasn't paying attention. I was just like, all about getting Nyosa kisses in the crowd and trying to get drinks as a minor.
Yeah, no, man, it's different now. It's like they try to celebrate the cultures that are represented here.
All right, I can dig that then.
So
I might have to revisit a night in old San Antonio.
It's not bad if you go early enough. You can go and check out the food while there's really no crowds, and you can go and try things out real quick. But then, right around that 7:30-ish hour.
Yeah, I might have to be with the blue hair crowd. Show up when the doors open and leave before the crowd start showing up and packing the place.
You've got about a buffer there. I don't know what time the doors open. I think it was like 5 or 6 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You got about an hour and a half where you can go in there and get food, actual food, drink and whatnot. But then the crowds start, coming in there. And that's when it gets hard because you're getting squashed.
It's too small of an area for how many people show up.
Dude. It really is. And then you have the stage and they have music going on and everything. And then you're standing in line forever to either get food or get beer. By that time, it's like, you know what, man, let's get the heck out of here, dude. I'd rather go somewhere else and let's pull up to a bar somewhere and just have some drinks, man. You know, I'm not opposed, LG, to just hanging out at an old fashioned bar, dude. There's no frills or nothing, just as long as the drinks are good.
Yeah, I'm all about dive bars. So
Yeah, man. There's a good dive bar. Like I told you, I got to take you out there to the Grayson Street one that I like so much, dude. It's a
Okay.
shithole, man. But I'm telling you, the drinks are on fire there, dude.
like Grayson Broadway area.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Right across from Smashed. It's probably one of my favorite dive bars, dude. It's just a straight up bar, but the guys there and the gals, they know their shit, dude. Like the guy knows what mezcal is, and he knows the difference between the different variations of mezcal. And
Mhm.
the bartender was like, "Nobody's asked for mezcal in a while. Let me go get the bottles." And he's like, he's
Okay.
like, "Hey, you want to try this? You want to try that?" I'm like, "Yeah, man. Like, how much are the shots?" He goes, "Don't worry about it." So
Well, damn.
we're just out there
Sounds
slamming
like,
shots.
my kind of place.
I mean, I took care of him. I mean, I gave him a good tip and everything. I said, "I appreciate you, man." He's the guy that made me a really good old fashioned, dude. Because
Yeah.
the mezcal helped, I'm sure. He's feeling good, relaxed. He's like, "Let me make you an old." He goes, "What's your favorite drink?" I said, "It's an old fashioned." "I got you, man." He goes, "I make a good old fashioned." I'm like, "Really?" Dude wasn't lying, man. He made
That's
a
my
hell of an old
preferred way
fashioned.
to drink whiskey. So
Old fashioned, dude. I love them, especially if they're made good.
you got to
But
make them with maple syrup, real maple syrup.
real
whiskey.
maple syrup.
Yeah,
and
instead of the simple syrup.
no orange zest in yours.
No, you can do that too, but instead of the simple syrup, replace it with maple syrup. It's
Okay,
delicious.
I got to try that out.
It's the Canadian old fashioned.
Bar 1919, here I come. That's my.
Oh, is
one
that
of
your
my
spot?
favorites.
1919. I've been there.
I love Bar 1919, dude. Old Speakeasy. I love it. Can't wait to go back again. I got to take Pledge and I got to take Jeff Garcia with me this time
Nice.
because we owe Jeff some drinks too. We have a good time when I'm out there with Pledge as well. Last time I hung out with Pledge, I didn't come home till like 4:30, dude.
Oh,
4:30 a.m.
I can't do that, man.
We're at the Root Pub and we shut it down, and then we went to go and eat somewhere at a Denny's that's way on the other side of town. And we're there just at the Denny's, and I finally sobered up at around 3. It was already gonna be 4, near 4 o'clock, 3:45 or something. I was like, "Man, how the hell did we get here?" It's like woke up.
I'd be falling asleep by 2 o'clock.
Oh God.
I can't
What?
hang these days, man. The partying as a youngster has caught up to me
Oh gosh. It's caught up with you.
for sure.
You can't hang no
You
more.
think you're invincible when you're a kid and hanging out all night, but it catches up, man. Now I
Look at
can't even
this.
stay up late.
Sam Salinas goes, "I challenged that guy to an old-fashioned showdown."
That'd be a cool bit.
There you go.
See who can do the best old fashioned.
I'll be the taste tester. Me and LG.
There we go. Yeah, you can do like a blind taste test, like the Pepsi challenge.
Yeah, just put the blindfold on and say, "Here's the old fashioned. Decide which one you like the most." But you can tell, man. I like the smell of the old fashioned too. You get it, you swish it around a little bit. I like to smell the aroma. I let it sit for like a minute or so, because I want it to like I want it to open up, right? And
All right.
then I'll start to drink it, and I was like, "Man, it's good." Smoked old fashioned, they're phenomenal.
Haven't tried that.
And look at that. I mean, try that. I think I tried the smoked mezcal, and that one was phenomenal.
Is it got liquid smoke, or is that where they take the smoker and like
No, it's like the
smoke
barrel.
it all around it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's the barrel that.
Oh,
they do.
the barrel. Okay, I
Yeah.
got you.
And look, does Jeff ever leave the south side of town? He does. He lives in Southtown somewhere near downtown. So you have to be in the vicinity. He won't go up, think beyond the border of 1604 for like 410. He's like, if he goes out of 410, he's out of his comfort zone.
See, I'm the opposite. I'm like, I got to go into the city. Like, I got to go in past the airport.
Yeah, and if Jeff goes out like 1604 past the border, 1604 is the border. It's like, no, I can't do that. It's too far for him, dude. He doesn't like to traverse, that far.
No,
So I'm like, all right.
no, it took me an hour to get over to your studio the other day.
No, dude. I was like, I didn't think it was that far of a drive. Next time I have you out here, I gotta give you some gas money, man.
Yeah, I need to start writing it off on my taxes. 67 cents a gallon.
I'm like, damn, that's like a $20 trip for you, bro.
Yeah, I can literally drive to San Marcos faster than I can to your place.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, dude. I never knew it was that far away from you, man.
Well, I'm far north side, so
Yeah.
I'm over by Rolling Oaks Mall.
Yeah, and then everybody can see you off the deck you have in the backyard.
Exactly. Yeah.
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 I gotta go
can
visit
see
your-
Rolling Oaks Mall from my deck.
Yeah, I gotta go visit your studio so we can see that, man. I want to see.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to
Go
come
back
in here.
there.
We'll do a studio tour.
Yeah, and I'll be like, okay, everybody really can see you out here, man. Might as well go and bring out the DJ equipment, like I was telling you, and give the neighbors a show.
Hey, I'm thinking about it, man. I just got approved as an official Twitch DJ. So if you want to follow me on Twitch, I'm at DJLG210. And I can now stream, I can now DJ on Twitch without having to worry about copyright.
How does that work, dude?
They have some deal. You can go live, but you can't put the live stream up after you go live. So it's only live. But still, it's better than nothing.
It is better than nothing because at least they're not going to shut you down midstream, right?
Exactly. They made a deal with all the record companies and artists and whatnot. The only hip hop artist you cannot stream is Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Explicitly Jay-Z. It's like, what? Because I guess he has Tidal and he's like, he doesn't want his stuff on other platforms.
Possibly. But we're going to actually talk NFL draft. We got to talk sports on this show at some point in time. So we'll get to it right now. We're going to talk about the NFL draft, the reaction to the NFL draft. And are you happy with where your team stands? We're going to also go ahead and show the grades that said teams were given for the draft. So this is courtesy of ESPN where we're looking at this. No surprise here. The number 1 overall pick was Cam Ward. Yeah, he was selected by the Tennessee Titans. And that was to be expected, you know. Number 2, again, we knew this was going to happen. You know, the Jaguars, they went ahead and selected, to no surprise, Travis Hunter. Two-way player, you know, can go ahead and play defense and offense. So that's a great pick for the Jaguars. Then, you know, you go down the line here and you have the Giants selecting Abdul Carter. Number 4, Will Campbell was selected by the Patriots. Mason Graham was selected by the Browns. You have Ashton Genty going to the Raiders. You have Armand Membu going to the New York Jets. I don't even know how to say this guy's name.
Yeah,
Tetaoria McMillan going to get selected by the Carolina Panthers, and the Texans at the number 9 pick. They went ahead and selected Kelvin Banks Jr. out of Texas. And then the Bears, the Bears fans were out there representing at the draft, man. They went ahead and got Colston Loveland at number 10. And this is where it gets interesting for me because we're getting closer and closer to the Cowboys pick, right? So at number 11, the San Francisco 49ers pick Michael Williams. And then at number 12 here, the Cowboys, everybody thought they were going to get a wide receiver. They were going to do something there, you know, pair alongside CeeDee Lamb. But instead, the Cowboys went and selected Tyler Booker out of Alabama. You know, they got another guard there on the offensive line.
Alabama.
They can go ahead and pair him alongside the center. You know, Zach Martin retired. He's not coming back, so they got to do something with that position. I'm not opposed to it. And the reason behind that is they need to shore up the offensive line. They need to buy Dak some time to throw the ball downfield. So I thought this was a smart pick. It's not a sexy pick by any means. It's a smart pick. Running backs, good running backs, are going to be available here in that second round. So the Cowboys can go ahead and still select a running back if they choose to do that to help with the run game. Now, if they choose to go ahead and get a wide receiver, I wouldn't be mad at that either. But there's still some room there where they can go ahead and decide what they want to do with said pick. Now, they still have some decisions to make when it comes to that. CeeDee Lamb does need some help out there. He can't just be the only wide receiver number 1. They need a good number 2 to pair with him to kind of open up their offense a little bit, because Dallas Cowboys are a little bit more of a one-dimensional team right now. They don't really run the ball all too well. They try to, but they don't run it all that great. They're not efficient with it. Hence, they need a running back. But if you're just going to be a one-dimensional team and really throw the ball down the field, there's nothing wrong with that, but you need targets. And I'm hoping that, you know, they'll be able to find somebody there. And look, we have some some comments coming in here. And so
Yeah.
all the bare feet Sucios will be walking around. We're talking about
Gross.
Fiesta. They're saying he sucks anyway, hasn't been good since the mid 90s. He says, go Niners. Longhorns drafted, 3 Longhorns drafted. Wow. And goes, Jacksonville gave up a little bit to trade up for Hunter. Yeah, they did. Go 49ers. No, we have 49ers fans in here. And it says, happy with Tyler Booker. In no way was he the sexy pick, but a need was addressed. Could they have traded down, and get more and still get him? Yeah, but they addressed the need. I agree. I mean, it wasn't a sexy pick by any means if you're a Cowboys fan, but it wasn't a bad selection. I know some Cowboys fans are going to be disappointed because they wanted that wide receiver. They had their heart set on it. But at the end of the day, you do need to buy Dak some time, as we talked about it in yesterday's podcast when we were talking with not only Pledger, but we also had our boy on here, John Dyer, and we're kind of talking about that need that needed to get filled. And Sam Salinas also said, let's not forget Travis Frederick, Zach Martin, Tyler Smith, and Tyrone Smith were not sexy picks, and people weren't happy. But at the end of the day, they were the right picks. Yeah, I agree with you in that end too. If Browns and Raiders pass on Shedeur at the top of the second, does Jerry make the call? That's interesting to me. And this was something that we had kind of forecasted that might happen as far as the scenario, the way it would play out. Shedeur Sanders out of Colorado, Deion Sanders' son.
Felt bad for him. They kept cutting to him, just staring at the TV.
It's
come on.
It's to no surprise, really, that he fell out of the first round. I know everybody had him going in the first round. They had him going in the first round. But there's just a lot of question marks when it comes to what he can do at the NFL level. He has a good arm. And I think he can be a decent quarterback. I don't know what fit is going to be right for him. There's going to be a team out there that's going to want to go ahead and select him in the second round that believes that, he can come along as a quarterback. I don't know if he's going to be a starting quarterback right away. He might just be out there and learning behind somebody else. And that might not be a bad thing for him, so he can go ahead and learn the way that the game is played at this high level. He's not the most athletic guy out there. He's not very mobile, likes to stick into the pocket a lot, doesn't really get out and run too much, has a good arm, good vision downfield. But the problem is at times he gets caught holding the ball too damn long. You got to learn to just either get rid of it or just take the L and just lose yardage and just go down and fall on top of the ball. The last thing you want to do is just fumble it away because you're trying to go ahead and get a couple extra yards, So there's some things that he still has to work on as far as his game goes, but is he a bad quarterback? No, I don't think so. I just think he just wasn't a first round selection for a reason. That's just
how deep does he go into the second?
That's the thing. We don't know.
It should be interesting.
We don't know. It's going to be interesting as you get into this NFL draft and you go into that second, third round or whatever. Where is he going to fall? Quinn Ewers too. Where is he going to fall? Longhorn quarterback there, Quinn Ewers. I don't know if he's going to be a second round or a third round selection. I think Shedeur will go in the second. I think Quinn will probably be a third round pick, maybe. And said Matt Gomez says he screwed himself. Should San Antonio UIW celebrate with Cam Ward being drafted? Damn right you should. He was UIW alum before he went to Miami. So by proxy, he has San Antonio ties. So
you can claim it. I mean, if you claim Shaq, you can claim him.
Exactly. And it says
if you claim Edward or Nahara, you can claim Cam.
Jason Garcia says Sanders' performance in big college games hurts him, especially when he disappeared in the Alamo Bowl. This is true. This is true. NFL coaches are intimidated by Deion. Well, that's something we didn't really think about, right? If you go ahead and pick Shedeur, guess who's going to be talking in your ear?
That's true.
Daddy.
But it also sells tickets. So,
yeah. You know what else is good for business too? You go ahead and have Deion out there talking to the media for said team that his boy is playing on. You don't think that's good for ratings? That's good for your team as well, getting that exposure? It is. But we'll see where Shador lands. And we also had something interesting happen here too. The Texans, they were supposed to have the 25th pick in the draft. That was not to be. Texans at the last minute here, they did a trade. So I was like, they traded they traded the 25th pick over to the New York Giants. In exchange, the Texans received the Giants' second round pick, number 34 overall, a third round pick, number 99 overall, and a 2026 third round pick. The Giants used the number 25 pick to select Ole Miss quarterback Jackson Dart. So that means that the Texans now have 10 picks coming up here. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
All right. I guess, they're going to be stacking picks now. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know if we have any Texans fans here in the chat. Give us your thoughts on what you thought about this. Because I know James Pledger is a big Texans fan, our good friend of the show here, who was talking about the NFL draft with us yesterday. And he was, hey, man, let's see what the Texans can do. Threw out some names out there, but that was not to be. They went ahead and traded down in the draft so they could go ahead and have more selections coming up here. So it's either they're looking towards the future, or maybe they just didn't see the guy they wanted there at number 25.
Yeah, it's also leverage too. They can make more trades if they do finally see someone they want in next year's draft. They've got a lot to offer.
And look at Sam Salinas says, he goes, hell, SA claims Pablo Pascal for living here like 2 weeks when he was 3.
Hey, you set foot in San Antonio. We claim you.
They claim you, dude. And look at Sam Salinas says, Texans fleeced New York Giants. There you go. So we got some reaction in regards to that. But either way, to me, it was interesting how that went down. And then I know you're an Eagles fan. Eagles, they were supposed to pick at 32, and they moved up in the draft at 31. What did you think about that?
It didn't really matter to me. I guess they really wanted to make sure they got this Jihad Campbell guy. He was a defensive linebacker who's really fast. Apparently, he was the 4th fastest linebacker in the combine this year. But I didn't really. I guess it's kind of like the Cowboys move. It wasn't exciting, but it filled a need. So
it wasn't sexy by any means. It's like,
but I mean, there's a lot of people saying that the Eagles got a steal in this.
Yeah,
but I don't know. They gave up like a 5th number 5 pick next year or something to move up.
Yeah, we'll see how it all pans out.
Yeah, it's too early to tell.
I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm a Cowboy fan. So to be honest with you, I don't give a damn about them Eagles. The Lechuzas Cagadas. I can't root for the Eagles, man. I'm okay with you being a fan, though. I'll be friends with you, LG, because you're a classy Eagles fan.
Oh, thanks. Yeah,
you're not throwing batteries at me in a sock, You're throwing beer cans at me as I'm trying to get to the stadium.
No, no, I won't do that.
Eagles fans do.
But I will tell you that
Dak Prescott sucks.
Hey, I'm not saying I don't disagree with that statement, dude. I'm not saying I don't disagree. Look at that, Big Sean PD. The Eagles are going to keep busting y'all.
There we go, Big Sean.
There we go. Hey, but we're going to go ahead and talk about the grades for said teams right now in the NFL draft. We're going to go. They have it in alphabetical order, and this is courtesy of the NFL.com. So we have the Arizona Cardinals. They're not going by the draft order. They're going by alphabetical order. They gave them an A. Okay. Atlanta Falcons got a B. Baltimore Ravens, they gave them an A. Buffalo Bills, they gave them an A-. Carolina Panthers got a C. Chicago Bears got
college without a C.
A- there. The Cincinnati Bengals, they gave them a grade of B. The Cleveland Browns, shout out to my boy Jonas Clark. Huge Cleveland Browns fan. Shout out to him, man. I know he's been watching, and he knows everything, dude, about the Browns. He's teaching me the Browns lore and all that. I'm like, bro, I don't care about the Browns, but he tries to teach me anyway. But the Browns, they got a B+. So good to him. Here we go. Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
B+, not a sexy pick because they took Offensive guard here, they took Tyler Booker out of Alabama. And the analysis here is Dallas needed to replace a leader on the offensive line after Zach Martin's retirement, and Booker fits that description. They go on to say Booker's intelligence and toughness should help the Cowboys running game right away. They said he's been a sturdy pass protector too, as college defenders found it difficult to get around his wide frame. So I think they're saying that was the right thing to do for Cowboy Nation out here, but it wasn't a sexy pick. He does help the line. Again, like they mentioned, Zach Martin's retirement left a hole there on the offensive line. Cowboys went in there and they filled the need. And look at Sam Salinas says, I've said it before, I hate the Eagles and always will, but I respect the hell out of them. Not like the Niners. F the Niners. Oh, God, here we go. Big Sean PD says, Cleveland got an A+ in his book. All right. I respect that. I know Big Sean PD, he's a Saints fan. So the Broncos got an A. Lions got a B+ there. Green Bay Packers, they gave him an A because they got Matthew Golden. Houston Texans got an A for no picks. The Texans, getting those, trading away the pick and then acquiring picks for the foreseeable future was the right thing for them to do.
Yeah, sometimes less is more.
Yeah, there you go. Indianapolis got an A+. Jags got an A-. The Chiefs got an A. The Vegas Raiders got an A+ there. Chargers got an A.
So basically, everybody knows what they're doing. I haven't seen anything below it. There was one C.
One C. I'm looking to see what the Niners did. Okay,
where's an F? Who's grading this? Is it on a curve?
Who knows? It's done by NFL.com, so you probably know it is. Here we go with the Saints. The Saints, they get a B, a solid B, for their offensive tackle, Kelvin Banks Jr. And the analysis for this pick, it says, Banks was the 4th offensive lineman selected by the Saints in the first round over the past 6 years. They clearly had a need, though, with Ryan Ramczyk, I guess, retiring and Trevor Penning in a contract year. So, again, I guess they filled the need as well. The Saints did. So if there was any Saints fans here, I'm sure you can go ahead and let us know what you thought. Were you happy with the pick, your said teammate, or were you not? I'm looking down the list here. I'm trying to see if there's any D's or C's here. And there is not, LG. Oh, no, we finally found one. A C+.
There was a C earlier. There was one C earlier. So the
There's
C,
Washington.
so that's a higher grade than the other C.
Let's go back up here. I want to see what that other
somebody
one.
got a C earlier, but that's the lowest grade. So nobody failed. So basically, there it is. The
Carolina Panthers.
So they're the lowest grade in the first round.
Yeah. And then you had the Washington Commanders there.
Los Panteras.
Yeah. They got a C as well. Oh, look at that. Our boy, Matt Lerma. He's a Seattle Seahawks fan. His team got an A in the draft. There you go. The Texans, not the Texans, but the Titans, they got an A. And I know one of our friends here, a friend of a show here, JC, he's a big Titans fan. His team got an A, even though they had a rough season last year. So there you go. That's what the news was of the NFL draft. Let us know what you thought about your team. Were you happy with their selections, or do you think they could have done better?
I think they could have sped that thing up. It took way too long in between picks. I know they got to sell their advertisements and run their spots, but man, come on.
I got to tell you, man, I was watching at work, right? And I don't have ESPN because I refuse to pay the $100 or whatever it is just to get ESPN on Hulu Plus, because it went up. It used to be like $89 plus all the little fees and all that. It was closer to 90.
I've got it on DirecTV, but I pay $100 for DirecTV. So
expensive, dude. So I'm like, I'm refusing to pay that. I'm happy just with my little streaming services, right? Because I get it to watch most of my sports. So they had it for free, right, on ABC, over the air TV.
Yes.
I'm watching it. Then they break right halfway through the draft so they can show that stupid Fiesta celebration thing on TV. Whatever, man. They're like, hey, you could tune into Me TV to go ahead and continue watching the draft. All right, go ahead. Digital channel 12.2. Change it over there. Absolute garbage. Dude.
Signal?
Signal was horrible. Like the signal, it was good. It was the resolution as far as how they were streaming.
Oh, okay.
The draft. It was pixelated. It looked low resolution. It didn't even like look 360p, dude. It was like really bad, really bad. And I was just there watching it. I'm like, well, I'm kind of working at the same time. I can't really be, have the volume on all the time because I'm working. So I'm doing both at the same time. I got through it, but it was just a horrible presentation, man. I don't know who was in charge of that, but it was god
I
awful.
don't know.
It was like
on
watching,
ESPN, and it was fine quality wise. It just took too long, and nobody likes Roger Goodell. I mean, how many times do we have to hear him getting booed when he walks out on stage, man? Like, get someone else to present
your
it.
brother has a face you want to punch.
It's just like, come on. And if you're gonna entertain us, try to entertain us. Bring some entertainers out there.
Yeah, man. You know what? Maybe they have.
It was tough too because he's not the best presenter. I know that's not his job, but he stumbles over words. He mispronounces the kids' names, the people that are getting drafted.
He don't want to be.
It's like get a spokesperson up there.
He don't want to be there, dude. You could tell. He's just out there.
At one point, he was like, "Come on!" Like because they were booing so loud.
Oh God, Roger Goodell, dude. He's like I said, dude. He looks like a gigantic prick, dude. Just a face you want to punch. Kind of like our good friend of the show here, Michael Jimenez. He's like, everybody hates me, but when they see me in person, they just absolutely adore me. They love me. I'm like, no, mames, Mike. That's not what I heard. No, I'm just playing with him. I like giving him a hard time. I don't know where he's at. I don't know if he's out on a work trip or he actually went to Jamaica with Chica.
Damn, he's living the life.
Yeah. Oh, he's the falling in love phase right now.
Jamaica,
he wants to go and explore and do all these things with Chica. I'm not mad at it. I know. We all been there before. You get your boo. You want to go travel. You want to spend
honeymoon phase. Yeah.
Yeah. Not mad at it. Let the brother have his
go
fun.
to Jamaica during the honeymoon phase.
Hey, but the funny thing is he's
all inclusive lifestyle going.
The funny thing is,
near the beach.
he says that he's I think an extra gigante, right? Extra large, right? He's an extra large. But he says when you go to
in other words,
Fat.
yeah, well, more to love, right? But when you go to these other places like Jamaica, or I don't know, he went to another place out there by South America somewhere, right, to go on a trip, and he's like, man, these people out here are all thin and skinny, and they're like, yeah, we got, because he needed like trunks or something like that to go swimming, and they're like, yeah, we got those here, man. We got plus size here, and he's like, what are you talking about? It was like a 4X in trunks. I'm like, damn, bro.
They're probably like, American size over here. We got a Western American tourist section over here.
Isn't that the thing though? Like when you go overseas, right? You've been well traveled, LG.
Oh, it is a thing. Yeah, it's definitely, our sizes are different in America. That's for sure.
They're a little thick, right?
Yeah. Like even this is a large, and it feels like a medium because this is Canadian sizing.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So like we went to like Thailand or somewhere out there.
Yeah, no, you need to go to the plus size. Even I got to go to the plus size stores there because I like loose fitting clothes, and you can't find. So I need like an XL in Thailand.
Really?
And I'm an L here.
Damn.
Japan's even worse. Like an XL might be tight on me in Japan.
Jeez, bro. So they're not fat friendly over there at all.
They have specialty stores,
Yeah. Oh, that's what he needed too. Mike needed,
Lane Bryant.
Yeah, Mike needed draws. He needed to go get boxers because he forgot boxers, right? To bring some. So when he went to go buy some, he had to go to the plus size, over there. It's like, hey man, I gotta buy some clothes. I need to,
Well, depending on where he was, they probably, wear underwear like Speedos and stuff.
Jeez, man. Specialty stores.
Yeah, specialty stores.
Look at that. Gilbert P says, what a size in other countries would be an American sized.
Yeah.
Oh God, man.
Humongous size fries. There you go.
Oh Lord. I can't even imagine, dude, trying to go out there and buy clothes overseas. Like you want to pack well in case you need something.
It's not just the clothes too. It's the cars, the hotel rooms, the beds, everything's on a smaller scale.
Really?
We like to live large here. We got a lot of space in the United States, especially in Texas.
That's what my friend tells me. Taro Katani from Japan, when he comes to visit over here, he's like, man, I forget how wide open everything is. Like to get from one place to another in San Antonio. He goes, it like you got to drive to get from one place to another. He's like, it's not like that in Japan. He goes, we walk everywhere. You take the train, you know, to get to where you want to go. Very walkable.
You'll be rich to drive everywhere.
Yeah, very walkable. Not like over here. You know, it's a lot different. But like I said, I told you if I ever go to Japan, I want to get on the bullet train just at least once. Said I did.
Do it, man. Do it. The Shinkansen.
Yeah, but I want to be in the train like cattle. Like you said, you've been pushed in there.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Trust me, that's not fun.
No. That
is not fun.
I won't be doing that, dude. That does not sound like a fun ride to me. But one of the things I was going to talk to you about here is I was going to talk to you about the fiasco that is what's happening right now with Shannon Sharpe. You know, this has been a shit show from the beginning. And you have the accuser coming out saying things, you know, and let's be honest, man. Shannon, he a dirty birdie, bro. He a little freaky, you know. He likes the freaky stuff. Hey, man, to each his own.
I guess, yeah.
I
mean, there's also that saying that goes way back that someone once said, "Don't stick your in crazy."
Everybody likes some crazy ones because they do bad things.
Yeah, but you know the risk. You know, if you do, you know, want some crazy, there's risk involved.
I know everybody in this chat. Somebody's dated somebody crazy.
I have.
You had a couple fatal attractions.
When I lived in Austin, my girlfriend in Austin for a couple months. Craziest girl I've ever dated.
Did you have to get a restraining order?
Almost.
Oh, bro.
Almost, yeah. Almost.
Damn. Look at Matt Gama. She wants to kill me. Fuck it. Oh God, dude, I'm telling you, man. Well,
hey, man, they come knocking on your door late at night. You're like, should I? Damn it! Open the door. Come on in.
The damn whiskey. Blame it on the whiskey, dude.
The hot crazy scale is definitely a thing. Definitely the hottest I've ever dated and the craziest at the same time.
Well, it goes hand in hand. You can't have hot without the crazy, you know.
Man.
But remember this saying that one of my friend's brothers said this to us one time when he was drunk off his ass. He goes, remember, boys, no matter how hot she is, somebody somewhere is tired of her shit.
That is so true. That is so true.
I was like, he's not lying, dude.
You got to find the perfect balance of attractiveness and craziness. And then when you find that, that's the one you got to, like, you know, put a ring on it, I guess.
Look at this, guys. Matt Salinas, it's 1:15. I'm a little drunk and I need you now.
It happens.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Unk here found himself in hot water because he went ahead and decided to have relations with the OnlyFans model whose name is Gabriela. And she's in her 20-somethings. Unk's up there pushing 50 plus probably.
Yeah.
And this is his statement that he put out here. You know, he's like, he's electing at this point to temporarily step aside from his ESPN duties as all this is playing out, right? And he's making it sound like, you know what? I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to go ahead and step aside. No. Hold on there, brother. This is probably how it went down. And they try to give him a shot to do the right thing, right? So the Disney executives probably had him in the room and they said, look at here, man. Either we're going to go ahead and suspend you or we're going to give you the opportunity to do the right thing and you can release a statement, you know? And that way you look like you're the good guy. You know, you're doing this, not us. The hand was forced, in my opinion, to have him.
It's damage control. He's doing damage control.
He had to pen a statement to go ahead and say, I'm going to step aside. I'm doing this. No. Let's be clear here. I'm almost certain behind the scenes, there was conversations being had. At the end of the day, he decided, you know what? It's best if I just do that because he is being looked upon right now by Busby's legal team and whatnot. So he's like, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and pen this statement. And I'm going to say that I'm going to step aside while all this stuff is being investigated. My thing is, it's already getting pretty bad, right? As far as the things that are being released, You have pre-recorded conversations that should have been private.
She's got receipts.
You know, and she knew what she's doing, dude. She was setting him up.
Absolutely.
She was setting him up from the get-go. You just got caught, Shannon. You know, I mean, just pay the money, bro, and let it go.
Fuck you, pay me.
You know, so I wonder what else is going to come out where it made him go ahead and say, I'm going to step aside for a little bit, probably because he knows it's going to get worse. You know, they're going to release video of what's going on there. I mean
she obviously has cameras if she's doing content online. So who knows? We might get some video.
Oh, it says OnlyFans women equal red flag, bro. You're not kidding, man.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Look at Gilbert.
Unless they're one of the few that they get paid to cook or something.
Oh God, dude. That's not. I don't even know how that's a thing, dude. You know, they'll wear these little nice outfits.
Be attractive, and you can do any activity, and crazy, freaky men will pay you to watch you do said activity. It doesn't have to be sexual at all.
Just to cook. A look at Gilbert P says a pre-written statement that Disney gave him when he walked into the meeting. Yep,
that's true. The mouse whipped up a nice PR piece.
Yeah, man. They said, "Look here, man. This is what's going to happen. This is how it's going to go down. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. You can come out and be the good guy and be the hero, or we're going to go ahead and make you the villain and give you your shine box." You know? But regardless of what happens, I think the outcome of this is going to have a backlash for Mr. Sharp here. Shannon Sharp, Unc. I don't know if he's coming back to ESPN.
Really?
I don't think he's coming back, dude. I think they're going to go ahead and give the brother his shine box and be like, you know what? If they release video, they have video of him engaging in these sexual acts. I mean, come on. How do you come back from that?
Even if there's video, how does the video prove that it wasn't consensual unless it's like video of actual rape?
Yeah, I mean it's
so
it's
yeah. If the video does come out, I can see Disney taking a step back, but he'll be fine. He'll launch some kind of podcast and be fine. He already has one. Yeah,
he has the Shay Shay.
Yeah, he already has one, so he'll be fine.
He has that other one that he does. It's like after dark. I don't know what it's called. Where him and Ocho Cinco have that podcast they do in the evening.
They this, like, for normal people, something like this will break your entire life. For a guy like him,
he's been given, I think, too much leeway by the House of the Mouse already. If it was anybody else, look at, man, they got rid of Paul Pierce for a lesser offense. What was the brother doing? He was off duty. He wasn't during working hours. He's just having some fun. And you fired him. You know, because they had videos of some girls in the back throwing stacks of cash. He's probably in Vegas or something, doing something fun, you know, having some fun with his boys.
How many years ago was that? Was a while back.
Yeah. What did he do, really? He didn't do much. You know,
it's a different time, man. You can get away with things these days and still keep your job.
They fired him. They got rid of some other guys. You know, hey, you're implicated, whatever. You're gonna give him their shine box, told him to leave. Right? Shannon Sharp goes on and goes live while he's engaging in a sexual encounter. Everybody could hear what was happening. Then he does damage control and goes on to his podcast with Ocho Cinco. They talk about it. Shows up to work next day at ESPN like nothing happened. And he's allowed to continue to work. Nothing was said. Nothing was spoken. Just come in here, do the show. And is it because of his popularity and what he brings as far as being a media conglomerate, as far as his podcast goes, the amount of people and the attention and the ratings that he's bringing to said show? Is that why they kind of look the other way? Now that they have this coming out, they have to make a move of some kind. You know, I'm just saying, at the end of the day, I just feel like he's being held to a different standard. Doesn't seem fair in my eyes. And look at this.
I agree.
Rich Andrew says, hello, please shout out to my friend DJ. He says, Gel, happy birthday from the Philippines. My name is DJ Rio. Thanks. So you have
DJ Rio and DJ Gel.
Yep.
Happy birthday, my fellow Filipinos and Filipinas.
There you go. And Rafa is saying, so if Shannon is leaving First Take, Are they bringing Skip Bayless to piss Stephen A? They're going to bring in somebody else, no doubt, especially that Shannon's going to be missing, I don't know, a set amount of days, an infinite amount of days here. They're going to have to go ahead and either bring some variety of guests, or they're going to have to bring in somebody to kind of fill that spot for now. Who that person is, I don't know. It's probably going to be more than not, it's going to be a former athlete of some capacity. We don't know anything about that yet, but for the foreseeable future, it's not going to be Shannon Sharpe. It's going to probably just be maybe a harken back to just Stephen A and Molly, and then where they're going to have that guy Mad Dog coming and yelling at you. That old man's going to have a heart attack on that show. He needs to stop. You seen him, right? Mad Dog?
No. I haven't watched First Take in so long. I can't even remember.
Yeah. I haven't watched it in a long time
Probably
myself.
like 5 years before the pandemic.
I haven't watched it, I think, like 2 years or so. Because I refuse to pay the $100 just to see ESPN. No, I'm not going to be doing that, dude. They're going to get me like that. So we're going to see where this whole thing plays out. I don't know where it's going from here, man. I like I said, I think Shannon's not going to be able to come back.
He might not come back, and I think that the case goes away and she just gets paid. And it just disappears. We won't hear about it again. It'll never go to court, and she'll get her payday. She'll get her cash.
Yeah. I think it's not going to be 50 mil. I think
no. They're gonna settle.
Yeah. I think he tried to offer her somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 or 20 mil, but that wasn't the price that she wanted. She wanted more.
He's probably already hired the best fixer out of, Hollywood to help him get all this fixed up and back on track. Because that's what you do when you have that money.
Look at that, Sam Salinas. When does Pat McAfee completely sell out and become a full company guy? That's the thing. He's already a full company guy. I was going to say,
he is. He cashed his check a few years ago. when they gave him the entire programming slot, they were like, hey, we're just going to change the name of the network to the McAfee Network.
Here's the thing with the Pat McAfee show. When I was watching it the other day, it was on Monday, right? So on Monday, they were doing the show after WrestleMania. So they had wrestlers on there. They had the wise man himself, Paul Heyman. And he's a dirty rat bastard. He's always the guy that goes in there, the manager that will betray you at the last second, right? And that's exactly what he did. But I like this guy's style, man. He was talking nothing but crap to the people in attendance there, the fans. He even went after Shannon Sharpe, dude. And Pat's like, oh, whoa, you can't say this. That guy didn't give two shits. He's going to go ahead and say what he wanted, which goes to show you that there is some kind of control there, even though they make it appear, the illusion is, oh, we're still going to be the Pat McAfee show. They don't have to go ahead and, follow the rules and everything, because they're not like a marquee show like ESPN's First Take. No, my brother. You took that money. They tell you what to do. They tell you what you can talk about. And to some point, they have some control over you.
Oh, they do.
You took the money, So it's still the show in some capacity, but Disney has some control over it. Do you agree?
He had to tone it down. He had to. And he gets told every now and then, like the whole Aaron Rodgers controversy there. They pulled him off the air, even though they let him come right back. But still, they have control, and if you try to abuse that, Mickey is going to show you exactly what kind of control Mickey has.
And the funny thing with this whole thing too is like Pat McAfee, he's one of the announcers, right, that they bring out for these wrestling events, whether it be WrestleMania or a big event. It used to be at the time back in the day, these were pay-per-view events. Now you can get them on the Peacock network. They stream for free as long as you're subscribed to the premium portion of Peacock, right? So Rafa is saying Pat got choked out by Gunther. Yeah, so Gunther, they were talking crap about him. They were saying that he tapped out during his match at WrestleMania. Okay. So Jey Uso got him to tap out. So the funny thing is that on Monday, Gunther comes out and starts talking crap to the announcing table, so he gets into it. And eventually Pat McAfee, he steps in and kind of elbows Gunther to get him out of get him out of the way because he's putting hands on Michael Cole. So then he turns his back to Gunther, and Gunther comes in there and chokes him out. And it's a big old thing. You have Pat McAfee's buddies there in attendance, and they're trying to jump over the barrier and come to his.
So this is a big old wrestling bit they're doing.
Big old wrestling.
Okay.
Bit, dude. It's funny, man. I'm just watching it unfold there, and Pat's acting like, oh man, my throat, coughing and all this, and talking about it on his show. And I mean, it's like it's a continuation of the storyline, so it's all contrived nonsense. It's part of the bit, so it's like, okay, the bit continues on the Pat McAfee show, and they're talking about wrestling and what's going to happen with me and Gunther, and there at some point that it's coming to a head. There's going to be another event that's going to be coming up here, and that Pat's going to be in the match with Gunther. Something's going to happen like that, so it's like I see where they're going with it. You can see it a mile away, but it's all for the fans, man. They like it. They get excited when they see these types of things. Let's be honest. Wrestling, while it is real, they do hit each other. They do, put hands on one another.
It's choreographed stunt work.
It is, but it's all premeditated. Like they have meetings, right? And then The Rock went on air on the Pat McAfee show and was saying him and Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, have talked about the different storylines, what they're going to do with said characters. They already know the outcome of the matches, so they already know everything's been predetermined. They just don't want to know how they get there. That's the thing. That's the entertaining part for the fan base, right? They already know the outcome. It's like, okay, it's like an actor, right? You already know what's going to happen through the movie. You give them the script, and what do you tell them? Go out there and sell it, right? And that's what these guys are doing. They're selling it. So I'm not saying that wrestling is fake by any means. It's just all scripted,
Well, I mean, it's not a battle. It's not a fight. Like it's being sold as. And if anyone thinks wrestling's real, come on now.
I mean, they get hurt, they hit.
Oh yeah, they're doing stunts. You have to be athletic to do it, and they're taking real blows sometimes. But yeah, it's choreographed stunt work with the drama storyline added to it.
Yeah, it's kind of like watching a real life novella fold out in front.
There
of
you go. Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is, but with athletes.
Live action soap opera.
Live action novella. That's what this is, dude. But I still enjoy watching wrestling. I've always watched it as a kid. I've always liked it, and I'm going to keep watching it.
Apparently, WrestleMania was huge the other day here in San Antonio.
Oh yeah, I mean, a lot of people here in San Antonio were watching it. WrestleMania was a WrestleMania weekend. It was on a Saturday and it was Sunday, and it was taking place in Las Vegas. Now they do have SmackDown that's going to be taking place here shortly. I believe it's in the month of June now. I think it was supposed to happen in July, but they changed the date now, so I believe it's in June. I did buy my tickets to go see that. I was a kid, and we're going to be there in attendance when SmackDown comes to town.
Well, if I know San Antonio like I think I know it, the two events that will always be huge in this city is wrestling and 80s rock.
80s rock. You know what else is
sold out? All those events sold out every time.
You know what else is big here in San Antonio too? We have a good boxing scene. Like there's a lot of boxers that are coming out of San Antonio that are starting to make names for themselves.
That's true. I've shot a couple boxing events in town.
Yeah,
there are some up and coming people here.
There's some names you got to keep an eye out on.
Barrios
is one of them, man.
Kid Austin. There's a few in town.
Bam. Another one you got to keep an eye on. But you need I know my boy Fernandez Rick. He likes to talk about boxing because me and him are big boxing aficionados. So I got to bring him on the show again so we can kind of have our little boxing discussions, as far as how San Antonio is a hotbed for boxing, and give you all some names that you need to keep an eye on. And also some of the events that take place. They have boxing events that take place here at the Techport Arena in San Antonio. It's not a bad place to go to watch an event.
It's not bad. A little out of my bubble, but yeah, it's a nice venue though.
It's a nice venue, dude. I mean,
they got a really cool e-gaming arena in there as well.
Oh, it's state of the art.
Yeah.
It's nice. I actually went and saw the Smashing Pumpkins there, they're the ones that finally opened up the Techport Arena. So I'm a big Smashing Pumpkins fan. I love me some Billy Corgan. So I went out there, and they had James Iha too, you know. They almost had the whole group. They had Jimmy Chamberlain there. The only one that was missing was the original bassist, which is Darcy, and she's no longer touring. She's not doing anything. She's just kind of retired from the whole scene, and it's just like a mom now. It's hanging out in some farm or something, dude. She wants no part of that anymore. But the other bassist that they do have on the band now, I believe she was the bassist of Hole with Courtney Love Smith.
Oh, okay.
Or Cobain, you know.
Cobain, yeah.
Yeah. So Miss Cobain there. So that bassist, she kind of cute, dude. I ain't gonna lie.
All right.
Redhead, you know.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. So I enjoyed it either way. So I look forward to seeing more events out there at the Techport Arena, man. We also got a birthday to go ahead and shout out here.
Another one.
Yeah, well, this one is a famous one. Santonio, man. Say happy birthday. Timmy.
Tim who?
Duncan. It says it's his 49th birthday today, man.
I like the new look Tim's got with the dreadlocks. Yeah.
Island Tim.
Yeah, I like Island Tim.
Yeah, man.
Happy birthday, Tim.
He still don't come out in public too much. You know, he's seen a game here and there. But
get off the island and teach Wemby how to play basketball, please.
Oh man, what are you trying to say?
Just stop.
What are you calling Wemby soft?
I'm just saying.
You want to see him play with some ganas? Because you know what?
Yes, I want to see him develop a turnaround bank shot.
You're seeing the light. You're seeing the light, LG. So the listeners here have coined a phrase for Wemby. And when he does not play up to the billing, they say that he is wimpy ganas, meaning he doesn't play with heart. You know? So instead of Wemby, they call him Wimpy. And
What the fuck is this?
Wimpy ganas. Wimpy ganas.
I agree.
And that's what you're going to wind up getting again. I mean, he's out there having a good time in Costa Rica. He's playing soccer. He's out there.
I saw that. And yeah, how do the Spurs feel about that?
He's signing autographs with the kids out there. I'm like, Wemby, no mames, bro. Why don't you sign autographs here for the people of San Anto?
Because people sell the jerseys on eBay right after they get them.
You can't control that, though. If you got a little kid sitting on there on the sidelines wearing your jersey, just go sign the stuff, man. Like
that kid had no interest in the jersey either. You saw it when he signed it.
Daddy.
I would have sold it.
Another dude trying to put Wemby in a box. Ooh. I'm just telling you all. You're all going to see the light sooner or later. You can see that Wimpy Ganas out there on the court for yourself.
For lack of a better word, the dude's balls haven't dropped yet. His NBA balls need to drop this next season.
You want to see him play with some nasty, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. You're the biggest dude out there, man. Go dominate, you know?
Exactly.
I want some nasty.
Exactly. We want to see some nasty out of Wemby. But happy birthday nonetheless to the great Theodore Duncan.
How old is Timmy now? 50?
49.
Okay. 49.
Almost 50. Almost 50. And they do have some playoff games that are going to be happening tonight. You're going to have a couple playoff games, NBA playoff games. You have the Celtics versus the Magic. That's going to take place at 7 o'clock Eastern time, 6 o'clock our time here. That's going to be on ESPN. You also have the Indiana Pacers against the Milwaukee Bucks. That's going to take place at 7 p.m. Eastern time on NBA TV there. And you have the Lakers versus the Timberwolves, and that's going to be a late tip. That's going to happen at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, can be seen on ESPN Network. Look at the Wemby averages 24, 10, and 4 blocks, and we talking shit. What the F?
It's true. It's because we're spoiled, man. We want wins. That's good that he averages that, but the team's not winning any more than they did the last season. What, 10 more games?
I want to see him dominate. Look, like if he could dominate the game, really dominate the game, he can be in the running for MVP.
Absolutely.
You know? And the thing is, he's just going to have to get that chip, and he's going to have to go ahead and play. Was it like that acronym from that movie Dodgeball? You got to get mean. You got to get angry. You know, that's what he's got to do, man. I think he just needs to go ahead and develop a little bit more of that inside game. We can see that he can be a good guy out there on the perimeter, jumping, shooting a jump shot, shooting a three, blocking shots. He's passing ability goes unnoticed, and I think he's one of the better.
Don't get me wrong, it's a good player, but it needs to turn into wins. Who do you go to at the end of the game? You draw up a shot. You got Fox or Wemby. Who do you go to right now, today? You go to Fox.
Go to Fox, no doubt.
You go to Fox, and that needs to change. Wemby needs to be the answer to that scenario.
Right now, Spurs fans going to see something to come next season. Your number one option is not going to be Wemby. Your number one option is going to be Fox. Your number two option will be Wemby. Your third option should be Castle.
Yeah.
And that's no lies detected in there. And if everybody thinks different, well, let's see what happens next season. I guarantee you Fox isn't going to be deferring to Wemby a lot because he's going to want wins. And if you want to go ahead and get into the play-in, you just got to go out there and get it done. And I think Fox knows what's up.
Fox has that second gear. He's Mr. Clutch. He knows how to perform in winning time. Wemby, not so much. He performs good throughout the game, blocks, points, winning time.
Kind of folds like a $5 chair, Hey, look at that. Wemby, Rafa says Wemby needs to hang out on Marbach and get some nasty in him so he could dominate. Look at that. Number one options is PNR with Fox
and Alien.
Yeah.
Pick and roll with Fox and Alien. That's true. I would prefer that. And we saw what the pick and roll could do when we brought Chris Paul in, changed the whole game plan.
Yeah.
But at the end of the game, how many times have we seen them go to that where Wemby has actually done something to win the game? A handful. He's done it. He has done it, but it's not a lot. It's not consistent.
You want to, exactly. You want to see some more consistency out of him. He's done some things like he's had game-winning shots.
And he has had pick and rolls where he gets the tying basket or he gets fouled and gets the free throws, but it's not enough. It's not consistent enough.
Yeah. You know what I just noticed right now, DJLG?
What's that?
It's amazing how the stream looks nice when the windows are the right size. Like everything's symmetrical.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's one of my pet peeves. Symmetry is like everything to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer everything to be symmetrical,
Symmetrical. And you know what? Less is more, right? Like we talked about it. You kind of want to have a wide open space, and not everything so convoluted all the time.
Yeah.
Take notes, kids. Take notes.
Yeah.
Listen to DJLG.
Yeah, in the age of where your whole screen's filled with MAME pops and freaking stickers and sound effects, it's nice to have just like a simple,
clean
screen.
Yeah, because look, when we show the chat, what happens? You can actually read it, right?
There you go, man.
Who would have thought? Having that extra space is used for something.
Yep, that's true. The dudes around him are not consistent. That is true, but hopefully Fox changes that. I wish we had gotten him at the beginning of the season, but all good.
Yeah,
we got next year to look forward to, or actually later this year, I should say.
Oh man, they try to shake me down again, man. I got my Spurs rep sending me emails. He's like,
your season tickets rep.
Oh yeah.
They're consistent. Speaking of consistency, they got those reps. They'll blow your phone up.
He's like, we miss you. I'm like, really? You miss me or you miss my money? Because I ain't coming back. Until this team starts winning, I ain't coming back.
Yeah. He's like, well, no, but we got 10 packs. We got 5 packs.
Nope. It's like, go ahead and get me some wins, dude, and I'll come back. I'm gonna enjoy the games. I'll go out there. I'll enjoy the games from time to time. I can't go to every single one. That's probably one of the reasons why I'm not gonna go ahead and get, full on season tickets for a full year. I can only probably get weekends only because I don't have the time.
If I can get a media pass, I might go watch a game, but I'm not going to buy a ticket.
Yeah. I look at this. Gilbert P says, this is get off my lawn talk.
A lot of my shows have been get off my lawn talk because I think I'm at that age where it's like everything is I'm grumpy.
man yelling
Midlife
at the sun.
crisis.
You're gonna be yelling at the sun with your fist up. It's too hot.
Honestly, I won't go outside. I refuse. It's too hot.
It's too hot.
And it's
Look at-
coming too.
Gilbert P says, I renewed my tickets. They also gave me free concert tickets. Yeah,
Well,
they always try
that's
to
the kicker.
entice me. My ticket rep told me, I think it was in the month of March. He's like, hey man, we're gonna have this event. Come on down, to the Rock or what have you. We're having this event for season ticket holders. We'd like to see you there, blah, blah, blah. We'll give you free tickets to an upcoming game, Spurs game, lower level. I said, nah, man, I'm good. It's like, no, man, I'm good. And it wasn't because I didn't want to go. I just don't have the time to do it, I wouldn't have minded going, maybe getting some free tickets to go and see the game, lower level and whatnot. But I'm just like, I got no time for it, man. It's like, I don't want to have, it's almost like the timeshare thing. You know what I mean? You're going to get free tickets, but you have to listen to the whole spew.
Yeah.
I'm
You
like,
gotta stay for the whole presentation.
yeah. So I'm like, nah, man, I got better things to do than that. But you know what's going to be happening this weekend? And I'm trying to see if I'm thinking about going. I don't know if I want to go or not. The 20th anniversary of the Star Wars prequel, right?
Oh, I heard about this. They're gonna release it unedited. Is that what? Oh no, you're talking about the prequel. You're talking about episode 1.
No, episode 3.
Oh, episode 3. I thought you were talking about a different story. That they announced that they're gonna release the original Star Wars, A New Hope,
No,
in its original form in theaters soon.
I wouldn't mind seeing that
Yeah,
without all
without the
yeah.
special edition edits.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing the original because I have them on VHS tape, right? The original.
I haven't seen the original since way back when, man. I think I have a Sony beta version of it somewhere, and that's the last time I saw it. George Lucas hates the original. He doesn't want people to see it. But now that he doesn't own the rights anymore, they're gonna put that thing out.
So
I will go see it if it hits anywhere in town.
Yeah, so they have the 20th anniversary of the Star Wars prequel, episode 3. It's called Revenge of the Sith, which I saw in theaters years ago.
I did too, yes.
It was a big spectacle because when I went, it was at the AMC theater that was off of Hebner, right? So I went there and I had brought my tickets well in advance because they were going to sell out quick. And they had massive lines out there. The nerds came out in full force. They were wearing their full-on Jedi
robes,
They had-
stormtroopers.
They had everything, bro. They had people dressed as Jedi. They had people dressed as Sith. They had the lightsabers. One guy was kept on circling the whole parking lot. He had put a big old screen TV in the back of his truck. He had a generator going on, and he was just playing the OG movies
Nice.
the whole time as everybody's standing in line.
That's
They
great.
had a whole area sectioned off in the middle of the parking lot where people were just going in there like a big old mosh pit, and they were just having lightsaber duel battles and stuff. It was a spectacle, man. And I remember they finally said, all right, if you have your tickets and you brought them ahead of time, whatever, get in line. We're going to start seating you. And the fans that were there waiting, they were all pissed off because they had been waiting there all day. And then we just pull up and they're like, oh yeah, you all can just go in there and sit down right away. And they got mad, but we had brought our tickets ahead of time.
Yeah.
But, so it's like,
Why wait outside?
I'm going to wait outside.
It's not like a Nintendo Switch pre-order release,
Exactly.
which I
But it
didn't get, by the way.
You didn't get it?
No, I couldn't get in anywhere. Like I had to work, so my online was my only option, and I just couldn't get it. Everything crashed. Walmart crashed. GameStop crashed.
Yeah.
Couldn't get it, man.
All the damn bots brought them up, bro.
Yep, all the scalpers, man.
Yeah.
So out of that prequel trilogy, which of those 3 movies was your favorite?
I'd say Revenge of the Sith was the favorite. One was probably my favorite.
Mine was Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones wasn't bad.
That was my favorite one.
The first one, right?
Awful.
The Phantom Menace with the Jar Jar.
Yeah, it's
I
awful.
mean, Jar Jar. No, bro.
Well, and it's just too. It's like a kids movie. It's like their demographic was under 8 years old for that movie.
I mean, I had waited so long to see a Star Wars movie, right? A new one. And then you finally get the Phantom Menace and you go into the theater and you're like, all right, man, the music's starting and everything. And you're all excited. And you're like, what the fuck is this piece of shit? It's like, what the hell's going on, man? They let me down. The only thing good about the Phantom Menace, the pod racing scene, and the final battle with Darth Maul, and then they killed the brother off. That was your best character, man.
No spoilers, but yeah, he's dead.
He got no, he didn't get died. He didn't get died. He got cut in half, and then they brought him back again, as we saw in the Clone Wars animated series. You know?
Oh, I didn't catch the animated version.
Yeah. No, I'm a diehard Star Wars fan.
I used to be. I used to be, but once Disney took over, I lost interest. They went too far with it. They did what they did with Marvel and just blew up the universe.
Oh, dude.
And the continuity too. They took away the continuity from the books, which I hated. So now they all contradict each other.
They had no plan for this new let's say trilogy that came out, you know. Disney had no
plan. And the last one where you find out about the Emperor's kid or whatever, the plot. The Emperor has a super weapon that can destroy a planet. We need to stop them. Huh, where have I heard this plot before?
Yeah, it's the same thing again.
It's like, you're really just going to do the exact same plot?
Man, they didn't do anything different. It's still the same thing. It's just a rehash. You know,
ridiculous.
The Force Awakens, you know, and then they had all that whole trilogy was a bunch of convoluted nonsense. I just didn't like it. They bastardized Luke Skywalker and everything. I couldn't get into it anymore. I was done. But they were asking, do you all like Andor, the new season? I have seen Andor, the new season, and I got to tell you, man, it's a masterpiece, dude. I loved it from start to finish. This is going to tie in directly with the movie, you know, and to me, it's great. I mean, it's moving along a lot faster than season 1. I
haven't seen season 2, but I watched a few episodes of the first season. And the what intrigued me about Andor before I even watched it, I saw some behind the scenes stuff, is it's the one Disney show that they're not using the fake LED, what do they call it, the vacuum or something like that?
Yeah.
They're not using the fake LED walls for all their sets. Andor's actually, they built all those sets. That's actual real stuff in the background, not CGI. And that's why I appreciate them going a different direction with that series.
Yeah, it's more of a harken back to the way they used to do things in old school Hollywood. You know, who would have thought that having
the volume room, not the vacuum.
Yeah, you know,
everything's shot in the volume now. You don't have to go on location anymore.
Yeah, it's just basically it's just a screen, high resolution screen, and then they just put your backdrop back there.
You
know, and it's just
LED wall.
Yeah, and it's just like a miniaturized set, and they have a speeder bike or something, you know, or a cutout of the actual inside of a, you know, spaceship or cockpit, and they put you in there and it kind of gives you that illusion, you know. But I don't know, man, I like the more practical use of things. It just has a different feel or aura to it. But I did like Andor season 2. Rogue One is going to tie directly into Rogue One. So Rogue One to me is one of the OG, one of the like really good movies that was out there when it came to Star Wars, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, the two favorite films I have is like I like
Rogue One. Rogue One.
And I also liked Empire Strikes Back. I thought that one was one of
that's my favorite Star Wars movie of all time, hands down.
Yeah, that gave you the infamous scene at the end.
Second would be Return of the
Jedi. You know, I was like, dude, that was great stuff. Great theater. But yeah, that's what I liked about Star Wars, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this new season of Andor is going to tie in directly to Rogue One. So I'm excited, man. Look at Luthen's monologue. Season 1 was top tier. No lies, dude. And things are getting real Game of Thrones here already, man. As we saw in the 3rd episode here. If you know, you saw it. You saw it coming. You know, so I'm just like, man, I want to see what's going to happen with old boy here. I want to see how he's going to get offed.
Apparently, the guy who plays Andor is the first Mexican in Star Wars.
Okay.
I didn't know that. Fun fact.
Yeah.
I guess Pedro's is from Chile, right? Or no, he's from San Antonio. According to us.
Shut your mouth.
I think he's from Chile. The Mandalorian is Chilean.
Ooh. Look at the hand over fist. Rogue One with Vader at the bro.
Yeah. It's
Bro,
good. I like that because it led right up to the A New Hope.
Yeah, exactly. But that scene was fire, dude. You just see that lightsaber ignite, and he just lays waste to these brothers, dude, in the hallway, just offing them like nothing, dude. I'm like, I want to see more of that. You know,
Yeah.
we need like a Vader series. Like, what did that look like to see Vader be Vader in his prime? You know, just be ruthless out there and just decimate people, you know, and go and win these battles and stuff, dude. I want to see that. I think people have been wanting that for quite some time. If they had a Vader series, I think that would be off the chart, man.
I guarantee you they're writing it. There's many scripts already been rejected and some in semi-approval mode. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, and just to show you, like,
Disney will not leave that money.
that's my wallet. That's my wallet. I am a
all
Vader.
right.
Yeah, I'm a Vader fan. I got that one at the Big Texas Comic Con, dude. I was there with my good friend Jonas Clark, and I've been telling my friend for a long time. He always brings out this ratty ass wallet, dude. It's like falling apart, man. And I told the brother, I'm like, man, you need a new wallet, bro. Like, for real. Like, throw that in the garbage. No, bro, it's still good. It's still good. And I told him, look, I can't call out another man and tell him to throw away his wallet unless I'm willing to buy him a new one, right? So when we're out there and they had this little booth, so I'm a big Star Wars fan, and I was like, hey man, that Vader one's kind of calling my name. And then I looked over, and then my boy's a big Lord of the Rings fan, right? So they have this blue wallet that it's laser etched. These are all laser etched, and it has Gandalf smoking the weed of the Shire.
Yeah, his
pipe.
his pipe.
You know,
His
he has
Sherlock
that,
pipe. Yeah.
yeah, that big ass pipe, and he's smoking, and I'm like, that's the one, dude. So I went and got it for him, and I told him, hey man, what's up? Because he was doing something else, and I said, hey man, here you go. Oh, bro, he was all excited and everything. I said, throw that damn thing in the garbage, bro, for real. Like, throw it away. He put all his stuff in the new wallet. He's been using it ever since. I still think he keeps that ratty ass wallet around somewhere.
I had a pretty ratty ass wallet, and my brother and my mom would even call me out on it. They're like, "What the hell is up with your wallet?" Because it was like all frayed. It was a fabric wallet, but I had it for several years, and it's all frayed and like, threads hanging off of it. But I loved it. It was super thin. I hate thick wallets.
Yeah.
But I ended up leaving it at a restaurant one night.
Oh no.
And so the next day, I was looking for it everywhere. The next day I went back and found it, and I described it to them, and I was just like, yeah, it looks like a piece of shit. It's like it's like the rattiest wallet ever. And they knew it right away. They brought it right to me. But I have since replaced that wallet. I have a new wallet now with an air tag on it. So I can't lose. I can still lose it, but at least I can hopefully find it after I drop it off at a restaurant. So
no, I bought this one, dude. I like this one. It's like a minimalist wallet. And you
I
can
love
put all your
minimalist
cards.
wallets, but now I have this stupid air tag and it makes the wallet all thick.
Oh no, dude. This one has a clip on the back too where I put my money.
Yeah.
I'm old school, dude. Like, my grandpa always told me, man, he goes, you always have to carry money around. I go, for what? And he's like, well, in today's times, you all use these, he was always saying, hey, use credit cards and all that. But what happens if the machine goes down? He goes, a man always needs to carry money. I said, all right, grandpa, you're right. So you know what? Now I always carry money because you know what? He was right, dude. Sometimes the Marbach internet, the Petrenko internet's always going down here, so you have to have money in order to pay for gas or something, So it's like, you know what? Grandpa was right. I'm going to put some cash on here. I'm not going to lie too. Like, sometimes, like, on the money clip here, I have like, 20s and 10s, but I always got 100 in here too, man. And then I try to
emergency hunted, right?
Emergency hunted, dude. And I also have to hide money in my console too, in the caddy that I have, because it opens up, right? It has this little secret compartment, so it has this touch button, and when you touch it, it opens up it goes like this, right? It opens all the way up, and you can hide things in there, and it closes, and then you have this code that you have to put in to open it. So no one can open it unless they have your PIN code. So I'll hide money in there too, just in case.
All right. Now everyone knows where your stash is.
They can't get to it though. They can't get to it. You have to have the PIN code, man.
I don't carry cash, man. Like, I'll have like a couple singles in case I have to tip or something, but I never carry cash anymore. It's a digital age, man. It's cashless society.
I mean, I have the card, I have my wallet, I have my cards in here, but You know, you always need money too. Like even you go to like the Petite Strawberry Festival. I just went, or
No,
you go to I don't know, a Pulga. You're going to another event, right? You're going
Yeah,
to
yeah.
some event. Even like at the Big Texas Comic Con, man, the internet in there was freaking ass. You know, and the little card readers weren't working, and they're like, well, that's like, I got you, man. Here's cash, you know, and you do the cash exchange instead, so you can still buy stuff, you know, because
Yeah.
internet's not working.
That's the worst when you go to like a fast food restaurant or any restaurant and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't check you out. The system's down." And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Well, here's a $20 bill. Can you do some math and check me out?" Like, no, you can't do that. Can't open the cash register with the system down. It's like, what the hell?
That's dumb, dude. Like, you have to have a way to be able to accept cash. You know, cash is still going to be something that you're going to use.
And also have the roller. Pull out the old like credit card. You know, with the
Back in the
carbon
80s?
copy machine. Like, you got to have a backup when the internet's down.
That's the thing that sucks now. Everything's all internet based, you know? So it's like, it's funny, man, because when I went to the Petite Strawberry Festival, the same thing that was plaguing the people at the Texas Comic Con is the same thing that's plaguing the people at the Petite Strawberry Festival. They have those little card readers, right, that connect to your cell phone via Wi-Fi. Well, not Wi-Fi, it's like Bluetooth or something, right? But it's all dependent on the communication, right? So if you don't have a good signal and you're trying to go ahead and swipe the card, it doesn't work. You know, nothing's working. And then they're like, okay, well, here's the Cash App. And then you're scanning the Cash App, you know, the QR code, and that ain't working because guess what? It's a poor signal out there. So you have to pay with cash. You know, that's why I was like, damn, I'm glad I think I brought me like, I had $200 with me in cash at the Strawberry Festival. I mean, I was using the card, you know, to go ahead and pay for like the coupons and stuff. But if I wanted anything else, I had to pay for it in cash. So I'm glad I had the cash on me at the time.
Did you see any strawberries at the Strawberry Festival?
I did. There was a bunch
Really?
of them there, dude. Yeah, I brought me
That's a change.
No, they had some. They have these baskets, right? They have these little green baskets, right? They're small, but they were all full of strawberries, and you could buy them for like $20-something. But I did buy me a strawberry plant. It's out in my yard right
Every
now.
time I've gone to the Strawberry Festival, there have been 0 strawberries. There have been strawberry plants.
Yeah.
But no, because it's the celebration of the start of the season. So strawberries actually aren't in season. So they probably imported those from somewhere.
They probably got them from somewhere, and they put them in these baskets, and they're selling them to people for like $20-something, $30. I didn't buy them.
Probably complained over the years. We're at the Strawberry Festival. There's no strawberries. So somebody decided, hey, we got to get strawberries because it's supposed to be a strawberry festival.
They did have strawberry sherbet, right?
They have all the strawberry flavors. They got the strawberry Bud Light Rita things.
Oh yeah.
They got strawberry shortcake everywhere. All sorts of strawberry stuff, jam.
I like the strawberry beer. Shiner makes a good strawberry.
I've tried that. Yeah, it's all right.
It's good. I remember I bought it one time, right? And I'm like, man, this is some good beer. I put it in the fridge, and I was like, man, it's gonna be a good day. I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna go barbecue, man. I just had opened one. I went back inside like about 2 hours later. I'm gonna get me another one, you know, because I was busy starting the fire and everything, putting the meat on the grill and all that. I go back in there to go get me another strawberry beer. They're freaking gone. Like, what the hell happened to the beer? And then my wife says it was really good.
It is pretty good.
Oh,
It'll make your pee and your poop red though, so don't freak out the next day.
Yeah, my wife says, oh, it's really good. She drank the other 5 and then passed the fuck out. So I'm like, moral of the story is I ain't buying no more of that beer unless I can hide it
Keep
somewhere.
it in your private refrigerator in your studio there.
So now my fridge is full of like Miller Lite and the Lone Star Light and a whole bunch of liquor. You were here. I showed you my fridge.
Yeah. Dash, a little bar scene going on.
A little bar scene here, man.
If it wasn't 10 a.m., I would have been like, let's take some shots.
You could have taken shots. I have a whole bunch of stuff in here. Just pick what you want. We could have made some old fashions too, man. I got some syrup there. We could try that, see what it tastes like.
Some scissor.
Yeah, because you're saying that maple syrup, right?
Maple syrup. I'm telling you, it's got to be real maple syrup from either Canada or Vermont. preferably Canada.
Gotcha, man. We're gonna try that one time. We'll go ahead and make our own old fashions. And look at that. Sam Salinas says Southern Star Strawberry Blonde, Joe, better
Ooh.
than Shiners. All right.
That
Gotta
sounds
keep that in
good.
mind.
I'm a big fan of blondes, the
I-
beers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind the blondes.
I don't
do
mind the
like,
women either, but beers are better.
I do like one particular beer. It's a dark beer. They only serve it though at Twin Peaks, right? So when I go there for happy hour, it's called the Naughty Brunette.
Okay.
It's like a stout, right? Like a milk
Yeah,
stout.
yeah.
And it's so damn good, dude. I freaking love it. But they don't have it all the time. That's the disappointing part of it. You know, like I don't go to Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is right around the corner from where I live, but I don't go there a lot. Right?
I've never been to a Twin Peaks.
It's
is
not-
it a restaurant like Hooters?
Restaurant,
Yeah, I
like
mean,
Hooters.
obviously, okay.
But they have a really good happy hour, right? So you can go in happy hour, and their happy hour starts early, like at 3 or something like that. And then at night they have a reverse happy hour. I think it starts like at 11 o'clock, from 11 to midnight, something like that. And they have drink specials then, so it's not, you know, the prices aren't bad for a man-sized beer, right? But the beer that they bring you is really big, right? So it's all frosty, the mug, and then the beer has a little slush on it because it's like 29 degrees. And it's just so good, dude. You just having some food, you just at the bar watching some sports, talking shit with the other fellas out there drinking. You know, it's a good time, man. The only thing I don't like is how the younger generation now pulls up wearing the Crocs and all that, and everybody's drinking beer, man water. And these guys, you know, 20-somethings pull up and they'll be like, yes, I'll have a White Claw. Like, you see
Can you have
immediately,
any ranch water? I would like a ranch water, please.
everybody just turns around and looks at him like, what the hell is this, dude? Like,
Ain't nothing wrong with getting clawed up.
bro,
You
you're
gonna
gonna
plow up in you?
You're gonna pull up to the bar, bro, with a bunch of guys, right? That are drinking beer, they're having a pour, and you're gonna order a freaking, I want a claw. Get me a White Claw.
Is that like someone ordering a Zima back in the 90s?
Oh,
Take a Zima, please. Yes.
Zima was
Or a
fucking-
wine cooler.
Zima was nasty, dude. It was disgusting. It was like a flat Sprite.
That's
dude.
why everyone had to throw like Jolly Ranchers in there to give it some kind of flavor.
Look at that ranch water, Maz boot. I'm telling you, man, that White Claw go hard. No,
Hey
bro.
man, I've got clawed up a few times, but I prefer the high noon these days with the vodka
Ah,
instead of the, because you know what they use in White Claw? They use grain alcohol, so it's like Everclear.
it's nasty.
Yeah,
dude.
it's nasty,
Has a lot of sulfates in it.
and
Sulfite.
it gives me an awful hangover.
It gives you a bad headache.
Yeah,
You get that's when you get white girl wasted, dude, with the claw.
yeah.
The claw is not good, dude. That's why I'm just gonna stick to my
Yeah.
beer.
You can
And I'll-
keep the claw, get the Truly away from me.
Oh,
Give me something with real like liquor in it.
just make your own.
Yeah,
Right.
or
Make
just
your
make
own.
my own.
You know, I got club soda here too and everything, you know. I mean, you can
This
make
is
whatever you want.
This is probably mass put as well, but I've been drinking soju and club soda. That's my go-to drink these days.
Club
Yeah,
soda.
soju. It's Korean rice wine.
I never had that, man.
It's good, man. It's like drinking iced tea almost.
Next time we meet up and we're gonna have a little drinking session, dude. I gotta try that.
It's
I
not
haven't tried
bad. I like it. We got to go to my spot. There's a spot that I hit up in the quarry called I know it's a little far from where you're at, but it's called Piranha Izakaya, and they're not paying me for this spot, but it's a Japanese place that has really good happy hour and really good soju and sake if you want to get down with the rice wine.
I'll get down with the rice wine. You know, the quarry's not that far away from me. I frequent the quarry over there too.
All right.
And we go to there. I got to bring you back then over here on my side of town, take you over to the shops at La Cantera so we can go meet up with my boy Sean Quintero. He's the manager over there at the PF Chang's.
Oh,
And they
okay.
have enough happy hour too.
Well, I can do that. That's about halfway between us there. That's a good meeting spot.
He can hook it up. You know, he can hook us up. They got a little patio area out there too that he's trying to get a little attention to. But I mean, we could just go up and enjoy the happy hour.
I could eat me some PF Chang's, that's for sure.
Hey, PF Chang's is good. I went for my birthday, dude, and I had a great time. Shout out to you, Sean, for showing me a good time out
Man,
there.
you are a man of the town, man. You like to frequent these establishments.
Yeah, I like to get out and move
Yeah.
around, dude. I like PF Chang's, and I also like whiskey cake. You ever
I've
been
never
there?
been, no, but I've heard a lot about it. Yeah.
Dude, you got to go there, man. That place is nice. You could set a reservation because it gets packed on the weekend.
That's what I hear.
You go on a Saturday though, like in the afternoon, 7 o'clock, something like that. You have your reservation, then you pull up, and they have, man, I'm telling you, dude, they have this big old plate that they give you, fish and chips, man. It's humongous, a serving, right, of fish and chips, but it's so good. And then the atmosphere is amazing because they have all this liquor right on the bar, on the back, on the wall, and the guys that go up there and they get the liquor that you want, top shelf. It's top shelf for a reason, dude. And they crawl up, they go up the actual shelf, right, to go get the liquor.
No,
They bring it down.
They got like a ladder that.
No, there's a
Oh,
ladder.
they crawl the shelf itself. They climb up the
They
shelf.
climb up the shelf
Oh,
itself.
wow.
The guys do. The girls use the ladder. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. No, I liked it.
Looks
Look
like a disaster waiting to happen. But okay.
Whiskey Cake serves steaks, Joe. That's not on the menu.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but
They
I
serve a steak that's not on the menu, or
oh, he's saying
steaks
because
are
I
not
went
on
and
the
got the
menu
fish
for
and
you.
chips. I got the fish and chips and I didn't get the steak, but I like the fish and chips. It was pairing well with what I was drinking.
Oh, nothing wrong with some fish and chips.
Yeah, and then he says, "Whiskey cakes suck. Bad service. Can't cook a hamburger right." I don't know when
Man, if you can't get a hamburger right, that's pretty rough, man.
I didn't mind it, dude. I liked Whiskey Cake. Thought it was good. I even liked the
give it a
Texas
try.
Roadhouse when we went. Man, I thought that was all right.
No, Roadhouse was good. It was good for, a chain. I like how they hook you up with the sides. Like they're not, because most steakhouses they charge you for all the sides.
Yeah.
That's why I like Roadhouse. Like they don't nickel and dime you just to get a freaking slice of wedge salad.
Yeah. But I got to tell you, man, the rolls and that cinnamon butter, dude, that shit was good, dude.
You can't. Yeah, I'm glad they don't. I know people still do it, but I'm glad it's not like people aren't just throwing the peanuts on the ground anymore like they used to. Some
Nah.
people still do it, but
Yeah.
it used to be you walk in there, the whole floor was just covered in peanuts.
I look at, oh, that's what he's saying. He says that Whiskey Cake does have steaks, but you got to ask the server. All right.
Oh, okay.
You know. So next time, man, that's what we got to do. But either way, man, we got the Whiskey Cake there. You got the PF Chang's, man, and they have another place that's right across from it as well. They got a lot of nice little places over there at the shop.
Oh, they do. Yeah.
I don't mind going. All right, man, we're gonna have to go ahead and call it a show because I got to get back to work. I know you're busy, man. You got to get back at it as well. But once again, thank you for coming out and helping me co-host the show. But let us know where we can go ahead and find you on YouTube and what you got working
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, you can find me at DJLG210 on YouTube and all my other social medias. And we'll do a sports cave on Monday with Puma at 8 p.m.
There you
That's
go.
what I got going on.
Let them know about DJLG's house.
Yeah, LG's house. I have one scheduled today on my YouTube channel. It's my podcast that I'm doing with a few of my friends. I rotate the host in and out. I have one scheduled at 3:00, but my co-host had a little emergency, so that's kind of tentative. So we may need to reschedule that. But if not, if we make it work, I'll be on at 3 p.m. today in a few hours.
Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna see if I can show this channel. I have it right here, so y'all can check it out.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on there. I actually I threw some gaming stuff up there the other day.
There you go. LG,
Yep.
make sure you subscribe. He's already
Yeah, I
at
need them subscribers, man. It's pretty decent build. 3 weeks ago, the channel didn't exist, and I'm at like 350 now. But
there you are.
Sports Cave will come up. I did some gaming. I played the Elder Scrolls Oblivion remake the other day. Carl Schoening came over
There you
and
go.
demanded I play that. He's in there walking me through that. And then I played some NBA, but yeah, got a few shows. I'm doing another show called Better Off Show with my good friend Jeff Turner. That's his show.
Cool.
And it's like satirical comedy stuff. It's not sports or news or anything. So
And Broadcast Squad as well with the great Carl.
I got a lot, man. I got a lot. Yeah. So Carl Schoening and I have a channel called Broadcast Squad, where we do a show called Behind the Squad, and we talk about what cameras we are using. You can, figure out. I will tell you what I'm using to shoot this, how I make this scene look so good. The
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights that I'm using to light this scene right now, that you wouldn't even know if I did not tell you.
Look at this. He says, LG, is that good for life's good? Like the screens.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. No, it's my initials, but yeah.
Is it?
It's pretty unoriginal. And it makes me mad that LG is like a thing as a
It's a
company.
brand.
Because I can't brand it.
LG is
It's hard to brand it now.
Yeah, LG is the initials of his government name.
Yeah, that's my government name. Government name. Some of y'all know that. It's
Yeah.
not secret, but
Yeah.
you can
Well, if
find
you know, you know, but I ain't gonna say it here on the show.
it. Just don't look me up on like the Bexar County Justice website or anything. No, I'm just kidding.
Look at LG is for Las Gordas.
Yeah.
There
Hey,
you go, man. All right.
Gorditas need love too.
Yeah. All right, man. So we're gonna go ahead and end the show. We'll look forward to seeing you guys on Monday. Hopefully by then, I think Mike Jimenez will be in. But again, go ahead and make sure you give LG some love and help him grow his channel. And go and give some love to Sam Freese, biggest Puma over there, and what they're doing with the Sports Cave.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
nothing but
Follow
love.
Sports Cave at Sports Cave Live on YouTube.
And there you go. I got to get Puma on the show, man, but I don't know if he's gonna wake up this early.
Yeah, I don't know. You might have to like record it at
Pre-record.
nighttime and then play it back in the morning.
Maybe I'll accommodate him and be like, "Hey, man, let's do a segment pre-record in the evening, and then I'll play it on a Monday or something." So there you go. We'll do
There
that.
you go.
All right, man. Well, thanks again. Appreciate you. We'll see you boys on Monday. Have a great weekend and be safe if you're going to Fiesta. We're out of here. Peace.
Later.